Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4.
Taken in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Carry from Matt Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Breida, he'll try the right side. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
3rd and 2.
Here's Tua. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he goes out right around the 39.
Tua fighting Williams for a Dolphin first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Tua. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 3 yards the game there. 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
At their own.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the
44.
Carson, the Seahawk ball carrier. Kamu Grugier-Hill on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
2nd and 8 coming up. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And it's 3rd down.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. He can run for it, and he will. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it.
Byron Jones brought him down. A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. That's caught by Penny. And he loses the football a second time. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now it's Carson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Penny, a 1st down carry. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Back at the 17-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
To Tyler Lockett.
Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Dolphins, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida, 84 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, flying like dragon.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Play action. Now Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They'll run with the former Bear and Eagle. It's Jordan Howard. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
The ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss.
And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. 13 yards remaining on second down. They run the counter. It's Carson. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Wilson on 1st down. That's complete right around the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
Running back, fullback, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Makes the score.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
By the Seahawks.
Second interception for him now here in this first half, and you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Yeah, sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Tua now on first down. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield. And that'll bring up second down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch him work, watch him take, watch him learn.
2nd and 10. Tua going to hand this one to Breida.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
By the Seahawks.
So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10.
14.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Byron Jones on the coverage.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
And the Seahawks first down.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Tua, a final shot before half. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
To throw is Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. They snap it at one. Now Wilson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Christian Wilkins, never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
26 yards.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. From the gun, a give to Penny. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to second and 9. From the gun, Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. On first and goal, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. A handoff to Penny. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
The ball carrier.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry?
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Patrick DeMarco. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Seahawks 21, Dolphins 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the run, watch the run. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill. Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50.
Now a give to Breida. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Now it's 2nd and 9.
At the 28-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Tua. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Mike 50, Mike 50.
From the gun, it's Tua. He's going to let it go again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
Incomplete.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. On 2nd down, here's Penny. A good burst there, gets him 7 up to midfield. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Switch, switch, switch.
From the 50, it's Smith. Forced out to his left. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. After the run, Smith going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Here's a give to Penny. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And it's 3rd down.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Smith. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
For the Seahawks field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense overcommitting. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Eluding the pressure right. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Steps away. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And the return will stop right around the 25. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Again, it's Penny.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 35-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here with Penny. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Throwing on third down, Smith. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Smith. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Smith now to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Third down.
Got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Myers' kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Back at the 24-yard line.